What's going on, people? Welcome to that video. So it is finally time to reveal the items and the runes that I've used to reach Diamond on EU West. Not only Diamond 4, guys, we are sitting in Diamond 3 on 34. Let me show you that on 34 LP. That's right, we are not D4 hardstock, guys. We are not. Yeah, I asked you like 2 weeks ago, I think it was. I asked you if you want to see such a video where I reveal the items and the runes that I've used. And a lot of you responded and were like, hey, KingKong, please do it. Please show us the runes. Show us the runes you have used back then when you were playing these ranked games. And also, don't forget to show us the items, okay? And here we are, guys. You already know how this channel works. You ask for something, and I deliver. That's right, I deliver, guys. Before we hop into that video, guys, though, I got something very spicy for you. Check this out. World of Duels is an app available on Overwolf and 100% free. It allows you to improve your skills in 1v1 duels or daily tournaments, and on top of that, you can participate in weekly giveaways. But that's not all. You can win RP, skins, and gaming gear. So what are you waiting for, man? Get the app, sign in, accept the fight, choose your champ, own that noob, and claim your profit. Hey, and you get even more points by accomplishing quests. Download it now by using the link in the comment section and get 2000 Wod Gems for free. Alright, guys, definitely check it out. Pick the Wukong. Go there and pick the Wukong. Win these 1v1s. Show them the 1v1 power of Wukong. Get these prizes, get these LPs, and then you can buy the new Wukong skin. So definitely check it out, guys. Give it a try. So I got another announcement that I want to do before we actually reveal the items and the runes, which will be to check out my Twitch channel, guys, because I will be streaming soon on twitch.tv. The link is in the description box. It is twitch.tv/KingKong LOL. Okay, the same name that I got over here on YouTube will be over there on Twitch. Definitely check it out. Leave a follow, because you don't want to miss the first stream. I can tell you that. I can tell you don't want to miss that. Hey, you don't want to miss that. All right, guys, let's start with the runes, and then we're going to cover the items, okay? The runes are pretty standard, I think. It will be no surprise to you. We, of course, going to rock the Conqueror. I saw some videos on YouTube where people were recommending press the attack. What I can say is, I have tried press the attack, but what I can say is go for Conqueror, because you can... Conqueror is in general a really good rune from mid game till late game. Okay, it's not really that helpful in the early, I know, but it is really an awesome rune for mid and late game, and you can stack it up with Wukong really easy with the help of the clone and the ult. You get it fully stacked like that. Like that, I'm not kidding. Okay, then you want to go for Triumph, of course. Not Presence of Mind, you go for Triumph, because Wukong has no issues with mana, so you definitely want to go for Triumph. So you get gold out of that, and you get the healing during these team fights that you need, or to do these 2v1s if the enemy jungler ganks you. To get that health back is really good, guys. So you want to pick up Triumph, definitely. Then this is debatable, so you can go either for Legend Alacrity, you can also go for Legend Tenacity. It's up to you. If you see a lot of CC in the enemy team, then pick up Legend Tenacity. Especially if you want to go for Ninja Itabi's Plated Steel Caps is now the name of these boots, tier 2 boots. And if not, you can go for Legend Alacrity. Most of the times, you can say 80% I picked up this rune. Okay, now let's say 85%. 85% I picked up Legend Alacrity, everybody. So then this is again debatable. You can go for Coup de Grace or Last Stand. Most of the times I picked up Last Stand. You can say 85% I went for Last Stand. When I'm in the jungle, I like to go for Coup de Grace because of this, because of the early ganks and the gank power in general. I like to do more damage because it says the 8% more damage to champions who have less than 40%. So if you gank someone with all the damage from your teammate, you will actually get them low very easy, and then you will do even more damage if he drops below 40% health, guys. 8% more damage, which will help you to actually kill him, and this can be really good. So on the second tree, you can run either resolve runes, you can run the domination runes, or you can run inspiration runes. It's really up to you. For my personal play style, you can say 80% of all the games that I had, I was running the resolve runes. Okay, especially bone plating, sometimes unflinching if they had a lot of what's it called, a lot of CC, but you can also rock the demolish and bone plating if you know that you can get these plates and first blood turret. It will help you a lot. So these are the runes that I've used most of the times, like demolish. You can say 80%. Bone plating. Every time if I had someone, an enemy who will engage on me, like Garen, I went for bone plating. If there is an enemy on your lane that can poke you, then you can go for second win. For example, let's say you are facing Malphite. Okay, you're facing Malphite. Then what Malphite always does is he throws that Q on you, and then you will get some heal back with the second win. So it's really good to have that. Then I skip bone plating and go for second win in these situations. So every time you have someone who can poke you, like Teemo, like I had Quints on top lane, yeah, you go for second win. Okay, you go for second win because they will try to attack you. I had some Waynes on the top lane, you go for second win. Then Volibear, 100% Volibear, you go for second win, guys, because his passive, if he hits the minions and stack up his passive will actually heal you. Because the passive of Volibear does like, I don't know, like 10 damage or something, so it will proc second win each time he hits you with the passive. So he will be healing you, okay? This is like the cool thing about it. Volibear will actually heal you. And this is why you pick second win. You can pick second win against Gnar. If you have a Gnar on the top lane, you pick a second win. It's all Gucci, man. So then, if you don't want to have resolved runes, you can also go for domination. I like to pick these two. Okay. I don't pick Ravenous Hunter because it got nerfed. And also, you don't really heal that much with Wukong. This is like my personal feeling. I don't heal that much with Ravenous Hunter. I mean, the amount of healing that this rune does is always so low when I see the numbers after the game. So I don't like to run Ravenous Hunter, especially after the nerf. I don't like to run it. So I rather go for sudden impact to have that juicy damage and eyeball collection. You want to run these runes if you know you can dominate the lane. Like, let's say you are facing Aurelia, then you can go for domination runes, because Aurelia is a pretty easy matchup for Wukong, and then you can run these two runes, okay? Again, Garen, I would go for resolve, more tanky, you know, or poke matchups. For poke matchups, you can also go for these runes, but buy a Doran's shield. So that means whenever they poke you, you will heal back with Doran's shield, so you don't have to have second win, okay? Then you can also go for inspiration. If you like more inspiration, you can go for inspiration and pick up boots and biscuit delivery. That's right. You can go for biscuit delivery. It will give you a lot of sustain on the top lane. Boots for free, so you will save some money, 300, and that's actually good. Okay, you can choose between. It's up to you. But if you would ask me, the runes that I've used the most were resolve runes. Okay, where resolve runes were really good, felt good. So you can say 80% of the time I went for these runes. So for the little ones, you can choose between adaptive force and attack speed. It's up to you. I like to have attack speed in the early because most of the times I just engage on level 1 and try to kill them. Okay, especially if I'm rocking Ignite, sometimes TP, sometimes Ignite. So you can choose between them, adaptive force or attack speed. This one is pretty much standard. You also always want to go for adaptive force on the second one. And this one, again, you adapt it to the situation. So if you are facing an AP champion, then go for, of course, magic resistance. And if you are facing someone who does AD damage, you know, physical damage, I mean, then you go for armor. Yeah, these are the rules, guys. Let's head over to the items. All right, everybody. So these are the items that I've used mostly. Okay, mostly. I want to emphasize on that because you always adapt your item build according to what is happening in the game. Okay, there is no standard item build that you rock every game. No, it is not like the old Wukong. Okay, please understand that. The old Wukong was like only lethality. Nothing else worked on the old Wukong but lethality. So you played him always like an assassin. So the playstyle back then was assassin. But now, with the current Wukong, you got so many different items that work on him, and you have to choose wisely and according to what is happening in the game. Okay, but I can tell you what I've used the most. Okay, this is why you're here, and I'm gonna show you what I've used the most to reach diamond on EU West. Okay, so the most, these are the items that I've used mostly here. Okay, this is what I've used, but I'm gonna speak about it now. So 80% again. Let's change this number, man, because I've used this number so many times that it might not be really taken serious by you guys. So let's say 85% of the times, guys, I went for these items. Okay, the mythic item that I picked up the most was Divine Thunderer. Okay, but I had games where I picked up Gore Drinker. I had games where I picked up Eclipse. So it always depends on what you need and what you can go for. Okay, please. Don't be like, oh, KingKong showed us Divine Thunderer. Hey, you are supposed to go for Divine Thunderer because KingKong said it. He got diamond with it. No, man. Okay, please. I want you guys to have success, and I want you guys to have fun to play Wukong and to climb with Wukong, okay? And I want my videos to be helpful. This is why I'm doing this, okay? I need to help people out, and if I read these comments where people tell me, hey, because of you I reached this and this elo, because of you I have a lot of fun playing Wukong. Hey, these are the comments that I'm looking for. They make me so happy. Okay, so please listen to this and please do it. Don't be like, okay, you showed us these items, I'm just gonna build these items every game. No, please, okay, listen to what I'm saying and do it. Okay, just do it. Do what I say. So don't pick these items every game, but 85% of the games I went for Divine Thunderer. And when? You might ask yourself, when did you go for Divine Thunderer? Basically, whenever I had someone tanky in the game. If I saw like Ornn top lane, Divine Thunderer. Okay? If I saw like Ornn top lane, Volibear jungle, Nautilus support, Divine Thunderer. So what I'm trying to say is, whenever you got a lot of tanky people on the enemy team, you want to go for Divine Thunderer. If the enemy team is really squishy, okay, let's say Quinn top lane, let's say Nidalee jungle, Soraka support, mid lane Yone, and all these squishy champions. If the enemy is full of them, then you don't have to go for Divine Thunderer, man. Don't be like, okay, I saw this in KingKong's video, so this is why I'm gonna pick up Divine Thunderer. No, you can go for Eclipse. Okay, this is what I did. Sometimes I went for Eclipse when I was like, okay, I can get away with it. Okay, because Eclipse is not the best mythic item right now, especially on, don't get me wrong, it's good. It's a good item, but most of the games you don't want to have Eclipse in there, okay? But sometimes when I felt like I can get away with Eclipse, because I really do like Eclipse. I like to play Wukong as an assassin more than as a bruiser, okay? So sometimes I feel like, okay, this time I can go for Eclipse because all enemies are squishy and I like Eclipse more than Divine Thunderer, so I go for Eclipse, okay? This is why I do it when I go for Eclipse. But 85% you can say I went for Divine Sandra. And if you realize that you need Divine Sandra, I'm going to tell you how to build it. This is why you got these different items over here, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to build Divine Sandra to get that to that point where you finish Divine Sandra, because you don't want to blindly pick the items, the parts of it, and just build like a dumbass, you know what I'm saying? So you start, of course, the starting items, you can choose between these: Doran's Shield, Doran's Blade, and a Health Potion. And of course, you pick up the Stealth Ward to avoid ganks. If you are facing someone who can poke you, you want to go for Doran's Shield, okay? Just like, again, if you are facing Malphite, you want to go for Doran's Shield. If not, you can go for Doran's Blade for the Omnivamp. Then, of course, you pick a health potion and a free ward. Then you head over to the top lane and try to farm a lot. Don't back before you got 700, okay? Don't back before 700. Farm a lot, farm these minions, and try to get like, I don't know, like 1,000 or something. At your first back, you should buy the refill potion. And if you can afford Sheen, if you have more than 700, let's say if you have more than 850, then try to get Longsword and a Ruby Crystal first before you get Sheen, okay? So the most ideal back would be to go back and to afford Longsword, Ruby Crystal, and Refill Potion. This is like the best back you can do, okay? You will have, with that, you will have damage, you will have sustain because of Ruby Crystal, and then you will have also sustain because of the Refill Potion. So at your second back, you can then combine these two together, Longsword and Ruby Crystal, into a Phage, and then buy a Sheen. After Sheen, of course, for the next back, you are trying to finish Divine Sandra. After finishing Divine Sandra, I like to rush Sterox Gauge, okay? Sterox Gauge is also still a good item, even though it got nerfed. It's still a good item just because of the shield that it gives you. So definitely a good item still. And here again, I like to build Phage first. Okay, Phage into Pickaxe, into Ruby Crystal, into complete the item. That's right. After that, the third item, so this is basically your core item, okay? Divine Sandra and Sterox Gauge is your core item build, you can say. Third item is always situational, as I said at the beginning. You wanna max pay focus to what is going on in the game, and you wanna pick your items according to what is happening in the game. So if you need Black Cleaver is a good item with all the stacks you get from the passive of it. You will get movement speed, which is really good in the team fights, and you will also shred the armor of the enemies. So it's a really decent item. If you have a lot of squishies, if you have a lot of squishies, you don't really need Black Cleaver. You want to go for Ravenous Hydra or push out lanes and then group up with the team when it's about to get the Drake. If you have a lot of tanky champions, enemy champions, then you want to go for Black Cleaver. Okay, makes sense, no? So the fifth item, so this will be like the third item. Let's say Black Cleaver is the third item, then the fourth item would be Ravenous Hydra, and the fifth item would be situational. So, but most of the time you can say I went for Death Dance. Okay, this is like the item to go to finish it up, you can say. But it's also, of course, it is situational. So if you need some AP, if you need some magic resistance, you want to go for anti-AP items. But if you need some armor, you want to go for Death Dance. So it's always situational. But as I said, you can say 80% of the time I went for Death Dance. As for the boots are always same thing with the boots. It's situational. You either go for Mercs. Where are the boots, man? Boats. There we go. So you either go for Mercs if the enemy team has a lot of CC and AP damage. If they have a lot of physical damage dealing champions, then you go for Plated Steel Caps, of course. Okay, so again, it's situational, and you pick between these two boats. Yeah, and that's it, man. These are the items. These are the runes, guys, that you were looking for. They got me into Diamond 3. Maybe I can climb a little bit higher. I don't know, but this is like the Diamond build, you can say. Diamond EuW build that I've used and climbed with it to Diamond. Yeah. If you find it any helpful, guys, please go ahead and like that video. If you want to see more like this, like more content like this, these videos, educational guides and stuff like that, leave me a comment where you tell me this, and I can read that and I can save that over here, and I'm gonna record more of these, okay? And yeah, hit the subscribe button. You don't want to miss any videos. I can tell you that. And with that being said, have a wonderful day.